Now, students, we are going to discuss sites of erythropoiesis in newborn babies, children, and adults. Previously, we have discussed sites of erythropoiesis in infants. Now, topic of discussion is regarding newborn babies, children, and adults. So, as we know that our red bone marrow is basically involved in production of the cells in production of RBCs. So we also know that we have two types of bone marrows, red bone marrow and yellow bone marrow. So we are here linked with the red bone marrow. So up to age of 20 years, the RBCs are produced by the red bone marrow of all the bones, including your long bones and the flat bones. So what happens that after the age of 20 years, you have certain other bones that produce RBCs like membranous bones of ribs, iliac bones, skull bones, and they are also formed from the end of the long bones. So after the age of 20 years, RBCs are produced by the membranous bones, and these are also produced by the end of the long bones. So after the age of 20 years, the shaft of the long bone has basically converted to yellow bone marrow. That is the bone marrow that has the fat deposition and it loses the erythropoietic function. So that's why I'm saying that we are basically concerned with the red bone marrow. So after the age of 20 year, we have membranous bones for the production of RBCs. We have the end of the long bones for the production of RBCs. So in adults, there is definitely a site for the production of RBCs if bone marrow is destroyed. No doubt, bone marrow is very important for production of RBCs. When we talk about the percentage, that at how much percentage your bone marrow is producing which type of the cell, then I will say that your bone marrow is producing 75% of the white blood cells that are leukocytes and only 25% of the erythrocytes. Why this bone marrow is producing only 25% of erythrocytes as compared to the white blood cells? Because we know that the lifespan of RBCs is long. So, but the lifespan of leukocytes is shorter. The lifespan of RBCs is 120 days, while the lifespan of RBCs is from half a day or 1 day to maximum 15 days. So definitely the lifespan of RBCs is shorter. So in this case, your bone marrow has to work harder for the production of more white blood cells. So leukocytes, your white blood cells need larger production as compared to the RBCs because RBCs have lifespan of 120 years. So students, this was all about the sites of erythropoiesis in adults.